Welcome to the final demonstration for the distributed operating system class. This is a project presentation for a Twitter clone made by Shivam Gupta and Fedele. So let us first begin by starting our makefile. So for this we used an Ubuntu software for Linux. So we make sudo make run and then we enter the password. So now our makefile is up and running. So now moving on, I shall open multiple instances on multiple ports for multiple users, as this project can handle multiple users at a time. So first, then second user, then we now have the third user and a fourth user. So first of all, I'll enter my name Shivam, then the password. All the passwords are encrypted. Then I click on the register button, so it says registration done successfully, so I am registered. Now the second, Caroline, and then the password. All the passwords are saved through SHA-256 encryption, so which will be demonstrated for the bonus part towards the end of the video. So I registered the third user, followed by the last user. So BCD, now enter the password. So we have 4 registered users, and here you can see all the contents that we've included. So first of all, the user is Shivam, which is shown with the Twitter logo. Second is Caroline, third is ABC, and fourth is BCD. So now we shall move on to the various functionalities that are available apart from the followers and following. So now moving on to the next part. So I move to Caroline. I use the follow button because I have to follow the first user, so Shivam, and it says now it is following Shivam. It gets appended to the following column, and in Shivam it shows that Caroline followed him. So followers, then next ABC will also follow Shivam, and now done. So now it gets following, and Shivam has another follower. So now this is the live feed section, which will only show the live feeds that are available for the user, that is for the tweets they have tweeted themselves. So let's begin with the first tweet. So I will begin with the hashtag hi and hey, and @ also for the mention part. So now this tweet will now go live. So the tweet has been appended successfully. It shows on your live feed. Then I will move to Caroline, so since she follows Shivam, so that shows up over here, and ABC also follows, but whereas BCD doesn't follow, so it doesn't show up in his live feed. So there are various options. So now let us search the query, which was another functionality. So first I will search for a particular hashtag. So let us begin with hashtag hi, which is a hashtag which we have seen already in the tweet. So it is searches, it shows the search result that Shivam had tweeted hi tweet with hashtag hi hello. So then there is also the option of retweeting it. So I retweeted, so it shows it is a retweeted one, and since Caroline doesn't have any followers, so none of the other users live feed get updated with this retweet. Then moving on to the next section, that is the mention. So Caroline searches for her own mentions in various posts. So she sees that Shivam, the user Shivam, had mentioned her in one post, so it shows that post. And now BCD doesn't have any, so let us add BCD to follow Caroline. So now BCD follows Caroline, it gets updated in his following, and Caroline gets updated that it has a follower BCD. So now Caroline will tweet, let's say hi again, hello, and just that. So it gets updated in her live feed, and BCT gets, because he follows Caroline. So moving on, and whereas for ABC it doesn't show it because he doesn't follow her. And this is the complete, and of course there is the sign out button, so the user after this can sign out successfully from any. So this is the Ubuntu, so we can see it is running on Twitter at the rate 1.0.1, and all the APIs get updated in the server. So let's say I entered a new user Jack with password something something and registered, so you can see user registration API called. And okay, so let me just make another follow request to Shivam, and it follows him. So you see subscribe API called, so various APIs that are being used called. So let us move on to the demonstration of the APIs and the JSON, which was another request. So first of all, the register, so we registered Shivam with an username and password, and this is a post request. So registration is equal to true, so there can be multiple usernames and passwords. So this API just registered Shivam. So now let me move on to the next API, which is for the logon. So again, since Shivam, we just registered Shivam on the server, so now let me try and log on Shivam. So again, send request, and it says logged in true, and let me try and enter an incorrect password 12345. So it says logged in false because it was an incorrect, and again with the correct password logged in true. So it only enters, and these are again SHA-256 encrypted, which will be shown in the last part of the demonstration. Now moving on towards the next API. For this API, now let me use the follow. So the follow API, I will be sending the request for follow. So Shivam wants to follow Caroline, so after running the API, it shows the response user followed, and all of these get updated in the server, like who's following whom. So now let's move on to the next API, which is the tweet API. For now that Shivam follows Caroline, so now hi hello Caroline, and then we send out the tweet API, and just the JSON result is tweet is live. That means the tweet has gone to all the followers of Shivam. So moving on, and the tweet is now live. Now moving on towards the next API, get tweets, which is that for the user Shivam, all the tweets that will be available in his feed. So I send out the API request again, sorry for that, and I will send the API request. So yeah, so all the tweets that are available in Shivam's timeline, like hi hello Caroline, hey Shivam, it's a lovely day. So these are all the tweets that are available in the user Shivam's according to the server. This will be available in his live feed. So after this, moving on to the next API, which is retweet. So the retweet says re, and now the retweet is live. So all the retweets from the user Shivam are now live, which can be seen by all the followers of Shivam, and of course Shivam as well, as demonstrated earlier. Moving on to the next part, which is the get query for search. So let's say I want to search for all the tweets which have got hashtag hello. So hashtag hello all the tweets, so I click on send. So again we get the result that these two APIs, hello Caroline and hi hello Caroline, which one was the retweet and one was the original tweet. So these are the API, these are the tweets which have got hashtag hello. Now moving on to the next, which is the mention API, and again we want to search for all the tweets in which Caroline is there. So again we get the get request, and these were the same two tweets, right? Because both of them mentioned hashtag at Caroline. So moving on to the bonus part. Now let me just run the demonstration of how the SHA-256 works for our project. So I again run the project in the backend. I start the server again, and all of them, so it says okay, then I start the server and registered. So as you can see, this is 1234, which was the password set by A, now gets our SHA-256 encryption. This then by the server using the defend Hellman algorithm gets checked and ensures that it is correct according to the original password that was saved, and then as mentioned in the bonus part. So now let me use this again. So first of all, we will register the user again, 1234. Now we see A is registered. Then I again enter A, but this time I will enter an incorrect password and try to log in. So A, and this time I entered the correct password. Earlier it showed me an error, and now I have logged on successfully. So A. Thank you so much.